Hello! Welcome everyone to Sunday afternoon DOOGER. Hello! Let me know if the music is too loud, not loud enough. Carla! Hello. Hi everybody. A human has entered the chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Cheers. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm sorry I'm late, but let's be real. I've been late almost every day this week. So, how shocked are we? Not at all, right? Yeah, so I'm right on time. Exactly. I'm right on time. For this week, DOOGER, right on time. Exactly when expected. It is afternoon for me. Yeah, it's 1:15 in the afternoon. I feel like every few months I come to you guys and I'm like, I've been thinking about just swapping this back to Saturday. The reason being 2 reasons. 3 reasons. First reason is Saturday morning DOOGER just sounds better. Sunday afternoon DOOGER has always been mouth garbage. We just made it work because it was originally Saturday morning DOOGER. But Sunday afternoon DOOGER is mouth garbage. And also, the acronym turns into SAD. And every time I try to use the acronym, a bunch of people come into chat and are like, oh my God, why are you sad? What happened? Are you all right? I'm fine. I just have an unfortunate acronym. Just like my initials in For Real's Meat Space is BLT. Am I a sandwich? I am now, I guess, by marriage law. Anyways, SMD is also an acronym, but it's funnier. It's a funnier acronym than SAD. I think we'd all agree. Anyways, so one of the reasons. Sam is still asleep in the morning, so I could do a thing in the morning. It's not like it's cutting into family time. Originally, I was like, well, Saturday's a family day now. It still is, but like, Sam's still asleep in the morning. You know? So who cares? Sam's argument was, then you literally don't have any days of the week completely off. But like Sunday, then it would just be Sunforged, which is like barely counts as work. You know? And our kid is old enough now to occupy herself for a little bit in the mornings. It's not like before when it was like, I can't just go work. My kid will set 8 things on fire. And you might be about to say, well, Dodger, to be fair, last time you went to work and Sam wasn't up yet, Clark brought the entire bag of flour to the couch. So true. Counter argument is that yesterday she brought an entire glass of Ribena to the couch and spilled the entire thing on the couch and the floor. And I think at this point now, she has had to deep clean that couch twice with me and is like, you know what? I think I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not quite so worried about her causing a monster problem because she knows the consequence is that she's locked in for like an hour of her day trying to fix it. So, anyways, I think we could swap it back to Saturday morning is the point. I think we could swap it back to Saturday morning. So we might try. We might try to do that. What if she sees it as a cool parent-daughter activity? She doesn't. She doesn't. The Ribena incident. Ribena is a blackcurrant drink. We don't have it in America. For any of you who are like, huh? It's a blackcurrant drink here. It's like a concentrated blackcurrant juice thing that you cut with water, and it's very popular. When Clark is sick, we give her warm Ribena. It's lovely. Anyways, she had poured herself a gigantic glass of Ribena and brought it to the couch, and it spilled everywhere. And every step of the way, and I understand when you're a little kid and even when you're an adult, if somebody just says, you got to clean this up, you can get overwhelmed with like, where do I even start? Especially if the mess is bad, right? So every single step of the cleaning process, me being like, and now we're going to do this, she'd go, aren't we done yet? I just want to chill. Isn't it good enough? So no, I don't think she enjoyed it. I don't think she was sitting there going, I love this shit. I should make more messes. When did she become a teenager? Most kids become a teenager around the age of 5. That's when the teenage years start. We went to by accident. Well, not by accident. We went to a place called Rest Park yesterday. It was a little bit of a drive. But my sister-in-law was like, I have a membership to like go to all of these like English history locations. There's like a fuckload of them. She was like, so I have a membership, so I get in for like nothing, and we can try to pretend that you're my partner because our account is for like 2 adults and then 3 children. And I was like, okay. It did not work, by the way, but that's okay. We gave it our best shot. And I had never been there before. It's beautiful, but they're doing like World War II information and reenactments there right now. How are we moving on from that? What did that even mean? What did what mean? Why wouldn't it work? Because it turned out that it had names on there. And it was like, are you insert name? And I couldn't, I don't have a good poker face. So I was like, no. Teenage years start at 5. The joke is that the behavior that people associate with teenagers, the like stress for independence and the aggressiveness and the like, you know, biting back about stuff, starts around the age of 5. It was a joke. Anyways, it's not a gym. It's a park. It's a manor house with a huge park. So, anyways, so they had like a bunch of stalls with, all these old men that would like talk to you, basically answer any question that you had. They were like showing, they had like huge stacks of like old rations and like, weapons and all sorts of shit there. It was wild. There were horses. It was, you know, but anyways, the kids were like, we want to go see the war reenactment. And I kept being like, okay, we can absolutely go see that. But if it's boring, we can just walk, you know, no one's forcing us to be there. If it's boring, we can just walk away. Or if it's scary. And all of the kids were like, it's not going to be scary. We're fine. We know it's not real. And I was like, okay. We sat down and they were like, FYI, you know, we have like fake weapon noises in this. So, and the kids were all holding hands and they were like, it's fine. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. The very first, I wish that there was a heads up. The very first weapon noise that you hear is a fake grenade going off. Bro, these kids, were on their feet instantly, like, absolutely not. Ran in the other direction. We were like, okay, let's go. We're gone. Nope, not happening. So we got really far away, and the kids were like holding their hands to their ears and watching a little bit from like really far away. But Clark was like, next time we should bring ear defenders. I was like, yeah, ear defenders would be nice. We don't own ear defenders for her, and we really should get some. I know. I felt so bad for them. They hopped up, they tried to tough it out, and then there were more like weapon noises, and they were like, okay, bye. Bye. No, this is too scary. No. So, yep. But again, we didn't even know that was going on there. The right idea. Hear weapon, run away. Yeah, absolutely. All of the other kids that were there, though, were super chill about it. And I was like, I would think that would be like a typical reaction to that is to jump up and be like, see ya. Going. Thank you very much. Welcome to the cat gang. I appreciate it. Ooh. Quiet chat is quiet. Doesn't feel quiet to me. Everybody's fishing. That must be loud as hell. And then we tried to get an ice cream. There was a little ice cream truck out there. And we came up there and they were like, hi, we only have cherry ice cream left. And we were like, really? They were like, yeah, literally everything else has been bought. We only have cherry left. Cherry was pretty good. Yeah. I was like, is cherry bad? Is that why it's the last one left? But it was delicious. And of course, in classic, I don't even know what the word would be. In true form, the kids had like, I want to say half of their ice cream cones and then handed us the rest. So my sister-in-law and I were like, hell yeah, dude. Both slammed like 2 ice cream cones each. It was great.
Ice creamers.
Mm-hmm. Peachy's got a harness now. She's had we've been walking her on lead by her collar, and she pulls. My God, does she pull? And I think it's exacerbated by the fact that she hasn't been allowed to run or jump at all for 2 weeks now, I want to say. Has it been that long? No, surely not. Maybe a week and a half. And so, so we got her a harness to hopefully keep her from choking herself all the time. And it does help, but Sam was trying to put the harness on her and she bit the shit out of his hands. because she didn't know what it was. I've now put the harness on her 3 times, and she literally just lets me put it on. And I don't know if I should tell Sam that or if I should pretend that she also gives me guff. Do I tell him? Literally, I just leave the front bit clasped. I just come over and just go, and I clip it, and she just lets me. So I don't know. I'm not sure why he got bit up so much, but I think it's probably because it was her first time putting it on and she didn't know what it was. Yep, game suggestions still get looked at. But if there's new stuff that's coming out that I want to play, I prioritize the new stuff.
Hi, Zig.
He'll know now because chat's a bunch of tattletales. Definitely not Warframe. Ugh. Why is it fun, dude? Why is Warframe fun? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I think all the time about years ago, obviously, because John was still alive. I think about I don't know, like what, 7 or 8 years ago? When did Dead by Daylight come out? When Dead by Daylight came out and John went on that, Total Biscuit, went on that huge rant about how much he hated Dead by Daylight and thought it was a bad game. And I was like, I think it's fun. And he was like, why? Explain to me why you think it's fun. And I think about that all the time because to this day, sometimes I just really enjoy a game and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It kicks the right shit in my brain, I guess. Isn't Dead by Daylight just like tag? It's an asymmetric gameplay situation, right? So one person's the monster and everybody else are like survivors trying to get away from the monster, and there's a win condition to get away and win the round. I like that there's been a surge of asymmetric games. I think that they're more interesting, like multiplayer gameplay wise. But yeah, I don't know if it's the pandemic or what, but that game really exploded. And I have friends that play it all the time still. Fortnite has a new campaign that if you play on mobile, you get basically a Dodger skin. What? It's very you vibes. I don't even know how to look this up. Fortnite mobile skin. 1 day ago, new free Fortnite skin. Oh, I see there's a backpack with a cat on it. I do see that.
Wix.
What do we got? Cute! Cat claws. Is that who you're talking about with the teal hair? Very cute. I want to play Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in a while, dude. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I had that hair color at one point. I literally just went into Lego Fortnite and AFK'd for 20 minutes to get it. Is that what you have to do? Oh my god. Is play Lego Fortnite on mobile? What the hell is happening? I like Fortnite, so if that's a deal breaker, that's fine. But also, yes, I did play Lego Fortnite. Oh, I see. You could do any Fortnite thing on mobile. It's just that the idea of playing actual, like, Battle Royale Fortnite on mobile made you want to die. So you opted not to do that. Gotcha. Cool. I would argue that non-Battle Royale Fortnite is not what Fortnite is anymore. Because occasionally when I say, yeah, I like Fortnite, someone will be like, but that's not what Fortnite was originally. Yeah, I know. I played it when it was its original form. And to be honest, it was not that exciting. It wasn't very fun. It is a goofy meme game now. It's so fucking weird. Like, I can be Goku, fly through the air, talk to Darth Vader and get a side quest, shoot a rocket launcher, ride a train, never kill a single person and maybe win. Like, it's stupid. It's like, it's the fucking dumbest game and it's so fun. They've like perfected how to make that shit ping right when you're playing it. Is it super predatory and like gets most of its money through FOMO? Yeah, 100%. But the gameplay, it's fun, dude. It's fun. Yeah. They know it's an absurd nightmare. They know that their game is a fever dream, a fanfic that young me would have made. No, I've talked about this a few times. I mean, we've played Fortnite on stream before, but like, I 100% was one of those people that was like, I'm never touching Fortnite. It's like a weird baby game for babies now. And it's, you know, it wound up getting wrapped up with and fully associated with like an age range of like 8 to 12 years old, right? And I was like, I don't know what that game is doing, but I don't want any part of it. And I wound up playing it, and I was like, I take it all back. That game's really fun. And I don't know what you want me to do about it. It's a fun game. Yes. Looking through the accessibility settings is a must. Turning on the like visual aid for sounds and all of that shit changes the game so much. I hate Roblox. I hate Roblox. And this isn't like with Fortnite where it was like I haven't played the current edition of Fortnite, but I don't. I watched Sam play play like Impress Me or Dress to Impress, whatever, that game and stuff with people. And I was like, I can see the appeal of playing these things with friends maybe. But I just don't like Roblox. I don't like it. Oh, I don't think that that's fair. I think there are plenty of games that kids can be playing. My kid, the reading comprehension for my kid shot up so much playing Animal Crossing. The problem is that there are games that are marketed so hard towards kids and are made so accessible to kids that that's what a lot of us default to. Sam and I are in a position where we own pretty much every system. We can expose our kid to lots of different games, right? But Roblox is free and it's on the computer. So a lot of kids are going to be able to just play Roblox without their parents having to, like, you know, do any gymnastics to get it for them. Like, the variety is there. Free in quotation marks. When Clark went through a phase where she was playing Roblox, and with rules, obviously, and lots of restrictions in place. They do have, they can let you basically lock it down as the parent. You just have to take the time to go into the settings and make sure that that's the case. But constantly, no matter what world you go into, the game is like, do you want to buy this thing for Robux? And Clark stopped asking me really early on because I was like, no, absolutely not. I'm not buying a single fucking thing on this game. No. So she stopped asking. And I honestly think if you just say, no, I'm not buying anything in this game, the insistence for your kid to pay money becomes so annoying that eventually they're just like, I'm just going to play something else. Like, it got so obnoxious for Clark. Yeah, this is what I should have done that during summer. I'll have to do it before we get back to school. But this is why I went to all of the parents of the kids that Clark goes to school with and was like, hey, would it be valuable to anybody here if I made like a video or had a Zoom call or something and took you guys through some like safety stuff with games and things like that, and like what your options are if you want your kids exposed to video games and things like that. And pretty much all of them were like, yeah, we don't know shit about video games, so that would be really helpful, you know. Well, I thought of it specifically because I was talking with a parent at like one of their events, and she was like, "Yeah, my kids haven't played anything because we don't play anything, and they don't have like a tablet or whatever." So she was like, "I don't really even know where to begin with games. I don't know how." You know, I don't know what sorts of things to keep in mind if, you know, something's going to be online. Like, I don't know any of that stuff. And I was like, I do. I have knowledge. I could help, you know. So I've helped a couple parents set up Minecraft stuff. I've helped a parent turn on a bunch of safety things with Roblox and talked about the, like, you know, predatory situation with Roblox and how you should always check what worlds they're going into and stuff. So I've tried to help on an individual basis, but I was like, I could also just make a video just leaning back in my dumb chair that's trying to break at any second and be like, hello, parents. Welcome. I'm going to show you a PowerPoint real quick. Yeah, finally, my skills, useful. I figured in this day and age, people would be more savvy about that kind of thing. I think if you're chronically online, like some of us are, no names, definitely not the person behind the microphone. For those of us who are chronically online, sometimes it feels bizarre to think that people our same age or younger literally just use their phone to text and maybe watch a TikTok sometimes. And that is the extent of how much they interact with technology generally, right? Like maybe they use a laptop to work. Like there are tons and tons and tons of people that don't engage with technology that much. And definitely don't engage with it because they're adults. Definitely don't engage with it in a way where they need to know like how to help kids navigate safely on it and things like that, you know. Yeah, literally. Hello, fellow parents. I'm on the computer almost all fucking day. Maybe that's not the way to start it. I wish that was me sometimes. Somebody made a video where they were like, I've reached the point in my life, because they were like, I'm an extrovert, but I also love a meme, right? And they were like, I am on my phone all the time. I know all the current goofs. And she was like, my favorite thing in the world is to make friends with people who don't do any of that. I love it because they never get any of the jokes, and it's so refreshing. There's a pretty good podcast for parents about games called Spawn Point. I've never heard of that. I'm going to look it up right now. That's such a good name. Why does this sound familiar? Do I know these guys? No, I don't think so. Doesn't it? It sounded really familiar to me too. And then I was like, oh no, it's not who I thought it was. No, it's because God, I cannot remember. I can't remember. If I think of it, I'll stop what I'm saying and Hydrolord. Hydrolord, I think, has a podcast talking about being a parent. And I thought maybe it was his, but it's not. News of you playing Warframe is spreading into the creator community. Sorry, not sorry, and they're so happy you're playing. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's very sweet. I am still having so much fun with that game. Chat was last time that we played, chat was saying that I'm starting to come up on some story again now, so I'm really excited. No, it wasn't Co. It was Hydrolord. We got there. I got there eventually. I don't know what his podcast or his show is called, but best reaction is, wait, that Dodger? It's fun. Yes. Thank you, Mila. Not to make you feel old, but I haven't seen you since your days on the Warp Zone. How long ago would that have been? Like 11 or 12 years since I was in a Warp Zone thing, I think. Hot dog.
A long time ago.
I know. This is reminding me, sorry, not to go back to Warframe, but to go back to Warframe. I don't need that much left to make my first frame. Was I making, did I have enough to make? I think if I logged on right now, I have all of the bits I need for Rhino. And then I can just slap them together, I think. And then that'll be my first frame ever that I built all by myself. I grinded the parts. I got the bits. I bought the blueprints, dude. I think I have everything now. I think I have all of his shit. You really should check, and then you can start the long build cooking. That's true. How long does it take for a frame to build? Like 2 days? I assume it's a while. I'll mute the game once I open it. Look at this now. Now look at what I'm doing. Now look at what's happening here. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on. I just need to see. Login failed. Get shit on. Are you for real? Thank you. I got a resource booster from the bitch head. The bitch head being the cephalon, the big cephalon. The come into my arms Ortis cephalon. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, but he sucks. Okay. Rhino Systems is done building. Can I build Rhino? Ah! I can. I want to build Rhino. Yes. He's going to take, oh my God, 3 days. $3 days? I can't remember his name, but he sucks. You guys know He's like, there's a hole here, and then he's got like bits like this. And he gave me a bunch of quests. And he was like, Ordis, you should come hang out with me. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Anyways. Is it mag systems? Is that the only thing that I need left to build of mag? Yeah. Fuck! It's plastids! Why is it always plastids? Okay, I'm logging out. Exit game. Yes. Okay, it's closed now. Welcome to the wonderful world of hating Samaras. That's his name! It's funny your Warframe arc started because of you and Jesse doing a play game that's completely not your thing. And I have no clue if Jesse did his end of the deal or not. Was he supposed to also play a game that was not his thing? I honestly don't remember if we like traded this or if this was just... Because I think this was my homework, right? And his homework was just to like cook something. Well, so I turned off gifts in the game. A lovely person sent me a thing, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to, like, accept gifts because I had so many people, not because I'm, like, a paragon of virtue or anything, but because I had so many people coming into my chat going, I started playing this game forever ago. I don't know what the new player experience is like anymore. And I was like, I've never played this game. So this is literally my first experience with it, you know? And so, yeah, I've a bunch of people who are in the community have been like, I would love to send you stuff. But I turned gifts off because I was like, if I get tempted, with things that will like skew what the grind is like in this game, does that make sense? Then the people that are enjoying watching what the pacing is like and you know the drip feed of information and all of that sort of stuff, it won't be accurate anymore. So let us send you Roombas. Turns on gift giving with the express stipulation of you may only send me Roombas. So did he cook something? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Is there a shroom frame? There's a frame that I saw that looked so sick that that has sort of like fungal vibes to it. I don't know what it's called. Is it a jellyfish? Maybe that's what I saw, and it reminded me of what are those mushrooms called? The ones that look like they're bleeding. What are those ones called? It looks like that. Wait, what was this original message about Repo? Did you decide which Repo song you want to try to sign off for on your singing final? No. We did watch Repo on Thursday, though. Thursday? Or was it Friday? We did watch Repo, and it was very fun. Repo the Genetic Opera is a rock opera musical movie that is so weird. Warnings for just about everything. It is grotesque. It's about a future where some kind of a plague has ripped through humanity that caused rapid organ failure, and a company swooped in and was like, hey, we'll give you organs for free, and then you just have to pay over time, and that way you get saved right now, and just pay us monthly from then on. And then there's like a weird assassin force that the company has called the Repo Men, and if you miss a payment, they come and take the organ back. It's dumb. It's very dumb. But I love the music in that movie. It came out in 2008, I think, so when I was in college, and I watched it and I was like, I love the music, but this movie is fucking stupid. And somehow the cast, they have a crazy cast in that movie. Anyways, and then I watched it again, and it like grew on me over time. A little glass vial, a little glass vial. And the little glass vial goes into the gun like a battery. Ha, ha. If you've heard that as a TikTok sound, it's from Repo, the Genetic Opera. Maggots, vermin, they want the world for nothing. It's great. I hadn't listened to the music, watched the movie in like 14 years. Watching it, had myself muted, and was singing along to almost every song. And I was like, God. This is like when Spice Girls comes on the radio, and I'm like, I haven't listened to Spice Girls since I was like actively listened to Spice Girls since I was a child, and I still know every fucking song. I know all of them. Our brains are so silly. Why have I stored all of this up there? I could be using that space for other shit. It's good songs, though. It is good songs, though. So true. If I could do any song from Repo, it would be Chase the Morning, because I think that song is so pretty, and like, I don't know, there's such a like, all of the music in Repo has this kind of underlying sinister vibe to it, you know? It's very pretty, but I don't have like an opera voice. And it's sung by an opera singer. So again, we're talking about this would be for a singing exam. I've finished my rock and pop singing exams. I've done as many of them as I can. And now I don't know where to go. So I'm taking a break from singing. I'm taking a break from my lessons. over summer, my kid has been having half an hour lessons with my same teacher because she's great. But she was like, if you decide that you want to come back and do lessons again, we could go for a musical something. And I was like, that would be so fun. So I've come to her with all kinds of crazy songs. We talked about Coral Crown from Hades 2. And listened to that a few times, and she was like, you could totally do this. It would be hard. Yeah, Coral Crown's such a good song, dude. Don't look it up if you haven't played the game. If you plan on playing it, if you plan on playing Hades 2 and you've been trying to like keep yourself pure, then don't go listen to it. Don't listen to it. Wait until it comes up naturally. But it's a good song. Yeah, Clark is still in martial arts. She dropped out of ballet, which we've done a couple of times now. And I was talking with her about it, and she was like, I either want to do a different type of dance. She was like, I'm just not really enjoying ballet. So fair. I didn't like ballet, which I told her. I was like, I did ballet for like a hot second and was like, actually, this is boring. I don't like this. But I loved dancing. It just turned out that I wanted to do a different type of dancing, right? She was like, I either want to do a different type of dancing or I want to do gymnastics. And I was like, well, which one? Right? What sounds more fun? And it sounds like we're probably going to try to do some gymnastics. So I'm very curious to see how that goes. Sorry, I'm developing some tech neck shit back here, just like my posture. I have generally okay posture, but like this shit, so I need to start doing some like neck stretches and stuff. No, the problem is I've had a really nice like ergonomic chair before. The issue is this is how I sit most of the time. You can really see it now. It's not insanely drastic, but so like what the fuck is this supposed to do for my neck? And you might be about to be like, Dodger, just sit back. I won't though. I've had an ergonomic chair before. I won't sit back. So why spend the money? I'm not gonna. But there are lots of different like stretches and things you can do to try and like alleviate that and fix your like neck posture. So I'm probably gonna start doing that because when I stretch my neck, it feels so good. Like it's really obvious my neck is like, please, please. So. Yeah, I think it depends. I think it depends on the accent you start with. And also, yeah, how often you're still listening to and talking to Americans, probably. I still talk to Americans fairly often online, you know. Occasionally I find I catch myself pronouncing something differently. But it's really rare. It's really rare that I do like an English ass sound, you know. The thing that has transferred over into how I talk the most is my sentence inflections. Because the way that the way that the English people I'm around inflect their sentences is like very different from how I normally do. If that makes sense. It's not even actively resisting it. It's like, I think for me, I don't ever want someone that I'm talking to here to think there are two worries that I have occasionally, to think that I'm mocking them or how they speak. If it's family, I know they don't think that. And I also don't want the person that I'm talking to think that I'm like putting on the changes in how I speak. And if there's like a random word that I'm pronouncing like an English person, but the rest of it sounds American, I think it's the way that I speak sounds so much more skewed, you know, like it's unclear what I'm trying to do. They do notice because they pointed out to me. They do notice because they pointed out to me, which is probably why I'm so anal about it. Yeah, but I would argue that that's inflection still, right? It's not like the up. Somebody asked if I meant the ups and downs of, like the da 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 da, that, right? That quality is very English when I'm talking to my kid. Gotta get Clark to start calling everyone bruv. She doesn't need anyone to make her do that. She goes to school with a bunch of English kids. Slightly to the south of London. Occasionally, she'll call one of her cousins dude, and everyone always looks very like... because it's really rare. It's really rare that she pulls out a, like, specifically me word. But when she does, it stands out so much. Yeah. In our house currently, Sam says bro. I say dude. These are our catch-all words for just... I say dude. Sam says bro. Clark says mate. And that's it. That's our house. Yeah, I get a weird, like... satisfaction out of talking to somebody who's my age here and calling them dude, because they always smile. They always smile because you can tell that either nobody ever or very rarely have they ever been called dude in their life. They always smile. I love it. My sister calls her 1-year-old dude. I think it's so funny. Clark is starting to have a much stronger English accent. Yeah. I think, we're coming up on 3 years in the English school system. It's getting a little bit thicker, but English people still think she sounds super American. There was we went to a big family gathering a week ago, and there was a whole conversation happening because Clark came up and asked very nicely for something. And they were like, "Oh, of course, honey," and gave it to her, and she walked away. And there was just this gaggle of 6 adults who were just like, her accent is so cute. I'm so shocked that it still sounds like that because she's really just towed the line of American vowel sounds and English everything else. It's basically just how she has talked since she started talking. So you'd all be very proud of me. I reached out to a few people and asked if they wanted to come over for a coffee social thing at our house. I've talked about doing forever. I'm going to set up tables and put out a bunch of craft supplies. I'm going to make everybody coffee, and I'm so excited. I did it. What made it easier was Clark really, really, really wanted to see the boys. The boys being Dave, Joe, Benji. She was like, "Can I please see the boys before summer ends?" And I was like, "Well, it depends on their schedules, honey, right?" So we reached out. We figured out a weekend that should work. And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, I should just invite a couple more people over, and then do a little coffee social. That would be so fun, and just try it out. Just test the waters with it and see how overwhelming it is for me, Do you want to come over for a play date, but for us?" Yeah, exactly. Who's Clark's favorite out of Sam's friends? She spent the most time with Dave and Kraken. Kraken obviously can't come. But Dave is so sweet. Dave has come to every one of her birthday parties. It's adorable. It's so sweet. He always shows up. I know. She always asks to invite the boys, and Dave always appears. I haven't watched Dave and Kraken's video yet, but I hear it's fantastic. It's pure cinema. Yeah, can somebody link it in our Discord? Because I think some of us are like, I don't even know where it is, including me. I don't know where it is.
It's too late for me.
I think it's uploaded. Is Peach behind you? Nar. Peach is taking a nap. Peach has nap times now. Like a baby. Because she is a baby. She has set times during the day that she naps. We haven't had a chance yet, no, to do the skateboard thing. Who's Peach? I haven't caught a stream in a while. We have a dog now. We have a like 4.5-month-old dog. That's what this is for, despite the command. But she hasn't been up here in a while because she has like a set sleep schedule now. She's a Samoyed. She's very cute. She's very sweet. She hurt her leg. We're taking her to the specialist tomorrow, and hopefully they'll look at her scans, feel around on her, and say, yeah, most likely she just went too hard too fast and needed a lot of recovery time, because we've hit the point now. We've like restricted her movement for a long time now. She's gotten to the point now where she will literally just, if she's in the playpen, she'll just jump in place. Not try to jump out of the playpen. She just wants so badly to be moving around that she'll just jump. She'll just jump in there. And we're like, what are we supposed to do about that? You know, but her movement is so much better. We just, since we already have the appointment, we just really want to take her in and be like, hey, it seems like everything's improving. It seems like we're on the right track. We just don't want to fuck this up now, you know? So please, please tell us if we're good, you know? My grand's collie had a lot of benefit from hydrotherapy after she got a bad leg. That's good to know. I guess like we didn't know this. We weren't told this, and you know, but dogs that are bigger breeds, when they're puppies, you have to really restrict how much activity they have. We live on a farm, for anybody who doesn't know that. We live on a farm. And so we spend a lot of time outside. And so we were, you know, we would just take Peach outside, and while we were doing chores, she would just hang out with us. And so it's been unclear to us if she like actively injured herself somehow, or if this is just she was continuously getting too much activity at a time and overdid it and hurt her leg. And we just don't know. We know now, which is great. And I think we've done a really good job restricting her movement, but still like keeping her active and, you know, keeping her from going stir crazy, you know. But yeah, any of you who, if you ever wind up, you know, adopting a puppy or whatever, and it seems like they're gonna get pretty big. I don't know what the golden rule is. There's like a ratio that people use, but like generally it's like try to restrict like balls out activity to like 10 to 15 minutes because they don't know when to stop playing. They're having a great time. They don't want to stop. They want to run forever. And you have to be the killjoy and be like, all right, we're done. It's done now. It's not her knee, no. Because she's already been seen by 2 different vets. And they've, you know, felt her legs, felt her knees, felt her hips. It's her hip that is obviously uncomfortable, that doesn't have the right range of movement and stuff. I posted a link to the Dave video in stream chat. Fantastic. Can't wait to watch it. I'm almost... I can make a bomb-ass Americano now. The espresso machine is putting in so much work. But, like, I'm rattling. It's too easy to just make espresso now. I have it down to an art already. I know how to quickly and efficiently make a really good drink. It's a problem. I think if I can get to the point, the thing that my gap now is that I still don't really know how to foam milk properly. I feel like I need to watch a video because I can get it to foam, I guess. But it's weird. I don't know. I'm not great at it. Americano is just espresso and water. That's true. But the espresso tastes amazing. So. Milk is tricky. Temperature is the key. If it's too hot, it breaks down. There's a steamer built into the espresso machine. So that's what I'm trying to use to do milk stuff. Was this weird? To do milk stuff. Fat content affects the frothing. We typically drink whatever the English equivalent of like semi-skim milk is. I think it's called semi-skim here. Hey.
Hey. Hey. I am between worlds, dude. I'm between worlds. Okay? And sometimes I don't remember what the American word for a thing is. And I assume that the first thing that comes to my head is probably the American thing. And I don't know how to say it without having a modifier attached to it of like, is that what we call it here? Is that what it is here? What do we call that in England? So be gentle with me, okay? I couldn't remember if it's called semi-skimmed here. Okay?
Okay. I'm in Japan. My English is getting noticeably worse. Sam was saying that when he went to visit Arix in Japan, occasionally he'd be talking to Arix and Arix would be like, I don't remember what the English word for this thing is. Like he's actively just dropping English. Okay, so if you were, you know, Those of you who currently are baristas, home or store baristas, have been a barista in the past, just know how to make a good latte, whatever. What fat, that was the opposite of saying something the English way. What fat content in milk would you get? What would be best for the froth? Full fat is easiest, but you can use any. I use oat. Usually whole milk. Whole milk? Really? That's so rich. Need them proteins. I guess so. I love oat milk and coffee. I think it complements flavor-wise the coffee really well. So if oat milk froths nicely, I know you can get like barista oat milk, but I don't know if that's necessary. If you see the barista versions of a plant milk, it's because they add fat to allow it to foam. Interesting. You're not a trash person for using Coffee Mate. God knows I'd use Coffee Mate if I could find it here, but it ain't America, baby. I loved Coffee Mate because it's got no dairy in it. That was amazing for me to be like, you mean I can drink straight sugar creamer and not get a tummy ache, probably? That's amazing. For real. I need to... Well, he just had a baby. He's not going to want to do that for me. I need to hit up Dr. John again is what I was going to say, because he used to be our ramen guy. He'd send us huge packages of ramen. And he'd be like, bro, one last job. One last job for the baby. Also, it takes no time while my kids are screaming. That's so real. That's so real. I see occasionally I'll watch those. I love the I'm going to prep a bunch of stuff this weekend for the week, like food stuff. I find it very inspirational because when I prep stuff for the week, it's life-changing. Do I do it every weekend? No. But when I do, God, it's so great. Anyways, so there are a couple of people that I watch who part of their like prep work is basically making like a creamer to use during the week. And I always think I should do that. I should do that. But I mostly drink, I don't know if you can tell from the color palette, I mostly just drink black coffee. But if I had a tasty enough creamer, dude, I'd use it. My version of that has always been to make a simple syrup so that I have that if I want an iced something, which has been so nice. Which has been so nice over the summer. Are you going to make a fancy coffee for Jesse when he comes over? If he comes over here, yes, I would love to. We're coming up on year, 3 of him coming to England and me being like, do you want to come over? And he doesn't. So if he comes to England and he once again somehow dodges coming over here and saying hello. I'm gonna kick his butt. Octo, we were literally, Octo, we were just talking about you. Not on stream. Sorry, that was so misleading. Sam and I were talking about you and how we would still love for you to come over. Because we were like, it's so nice that we actually have like the guest room. Like it's like a livable guest room now. it's very nice. And I was like, it would be so fun to like finally have Octo over and stuff. We've still never been to the UK. I know. We can get you a fish and chip. We can get you a pasty. We can get you the whole thing. You can pet a sheep. Yeehaw, dude. A fish and a chip. Yeah, there you go. Be like, no, this was for work because I do voices for English characters like this, and then hold up a Guilty Gear video, right? Be like, so it's the whole trip, it's a write-off. It's for research. For research. Yeah, true. And then, you know, maybe we managed to finally do the Graves run of Hustle Cat. It's for work. It's write-off. The IRS seems pretty chill. Oh, 100%. It's too late for me. Don't look back till you're free to chase the morning. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all day now. I still think of a real ass gun bang bang at least once a week. I stumbled onto old fan art of a real ass gun bang bang the other day. It's called Chase the Morning from Repo, the Genetic Opera. It's sung by Sarah Brightman with hologram eyes. It's pretty cool. She's the best character. Irene Weenie, what a good name. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. That was such a fun playthrough. It was. The game was good, but also it was, it's just fun goofing with you, so. These eyes can do more than see. I know. I mean, I've seen you sing. From my bedroom, I can see the world from there. I wish we could have watched together. I can't have guests. Never, ever. If Dad found out that I'd been let out or that you'd been let in, I should go then. Why do I remember so much of that? Like, again, I know we just rewatched the movie, but like... Put it somewhere else. Put it somewhere else, dude. Giles from Buffy is the first thing I saw for that movie. He's the Repo Man. He's one of the main characters. Yeah. Yeah, there's just something about music, you know? Everybody's like, yeah, Dodger, we know. It reminds me of that bit in Inside Out. I haven't seen Inside Out 2, just as a forewarning. But in Inside Out, there's this bit about a gum commercial. And and the music from the gum commercial, occasionally the little gremlins that live in her head just like send the gum commercial back up to the main brain so that she starts singing it again. I'm like, I love that. They're like, we can never get rid of this. We got to keep this forever. I keep going to drink this, and there's nothing left really. It's like when there's just a little bit left at the bottom of a soda bottle. I started reading Six of Crows again. I finally got past the section that I always get stuck on, which is literally chapter 2. And it pisses me off because I think as a character, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but Inej, I think is so cool. And the whole second chapter is from her point of view. And I don't know why. There's a certain part in that chapter's so long, and there's a certain part in it where I just drop it every single time, and I finally hopped past. I finally did it. I finally made it past it. I was very proud of myself. That book cracks me up though, because they're all teenagers, but they're getting descriptions like his voice was like gravel, stone on stone, and I'm like, a 17-year-old? Cracks me up. He was all hard angles. I'm like, all right. It is young adult, yeah. But the number of when I bought that book, so many of my friends were like, just pretend that they're all adults. It makes so much more sense if you like ignore the fact that they're teenagers, because the descriptions and the situations in this book do not make sense for teenagers. Like, just pretend they're older than that. And I understand why they said that now. I forgot they were teens the entire time I was reading it. They're all 30 to 40 in my mind. It's so funny. Like, so many people feel that way. Like, right, yes, 16, 17, sure. Whatever. Yes, it's exactly like watching Prince of Tennis for the first time. I want you, if you've never watched Prince of Tennis, I need you to go look at what the characters look like in Prince of Tennis and then come back here. I'm going to give you a second. It's an anime. Just go look at the main characters and then come back here. Okay, great. So now that you're all back, they're supposed to be in middle school. These grown-ass adult men are middle schoolers. Yeah, dude. Hilarious. And I know, again, because I've had this conversation with plenty of people, I'm not the only one who at a certain point was like, they're high schoolers. For me, they have to be, because I can't. Middle school, I can't. They're in high school. They should be in college, but I'm willing to meet in the middle and say they're in high school. Someone asked, is it JoJo syndrome? It is. Yeah. It's like these grown-ass men, middle schoolers. So, yeah. So 12 and 13-year-olds. 12, 13, 14. All of the all of the main characters in Prince of Tennis. Sorry. It's just making me laugh remembering that. Yeah. So it's Prince of Tennis syndrome. They're middle schoolers, but they're not middle schoolers, you know. That's how I feel reading Six of Crows so far. Sure, they're high schoolers, sure, but they're not though, right? It is part of the like Grisha verse. Yeah, what was the name of the show that they made? Shadow and Bone. Same universe as the Shadow and Bone TV show. Which is also a series of books. Same universe, Six of Crows, and then there are 2 books, I think, that are about like those characters. You were saying Shadow and Bone and Prince of Tennis shared a universe. Yeah. They do. They do now, dude. Yeah. So I was saying this week that I'm really doing well finishing books that I got like 3/4 of the way through and just dropped. I'm really proud of myself. So I'm trying to get further in Six of Crows. I'm trying to get further in. Oh my God. What is that book called? Something Giant. Oh my God, I can't even remember. Kazuo. The Buried Giant. Trying to get further in The Buried Giant, which is a book that my mother-in-law gave me. That I got, I want to say like 100 pages into and then stopped reading. So I think I need to just start it over. And then the Expanse book. The first Expanse book that I thought I finished. I didn't. I had like 20 pages left. So I'm like nickel and diming my way through the end of that book because I don't fucking remember what was going on at all. I barely remember who the characters are. Did you like it? Expanse? Yeah. That sounds like I didn't. I think I'll enjoy the show more. I think I was getting really like bogged down by the details. The problem is we watched the first episode of the show and I was like, there's stuff happening in this episode that has nothing to do with anything that happened in the first book. And I talked about it with chat forever ago when I first started reading this book. I talked about it with chat And chat was like, yeah, they take a bunch of details from like way further on and put them near the beginning. They like mix information around timeline wise so that like you're seeing what's going on in the timeline in like multiple things that get revealed later on in the books. And I was like, I don't know if I like that, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, I think I'd like to just watch the show. I enjoy like deep sci-fi. But sometimes the details are detailing like a little too hard for me. That's kind of how The Expanse felt. I think the characters are great, and I love the character interactions so much. And I kept thinking to myself, I would love to just keep watching and reading these characters talking to each other. But, you know, there's a bunch of shit going on. And some of the stuff that's going on is purposefully confusing, which is fine. We don't have all the facts, and we shouldn't in the first book. It just kept slowing me down, if that makes sense. But yeah, I like it. And I like the characters, like I said, so. Yeah, I guess as a person who's read, again, all but like 20 pages of the first Expanse book, and there are what, 6? Are they still going? I don't even know. There's more than one. It's difficult for me to tell if they're bringing like stuff from later books in to the first season of the show, or if they're one piecing and saying some of the stuff that happens in the books isn't going to work for TV and how we want to pace the show, so we need to change the details, we need to change stuff about the story. I don't know which one it is. Does that make sense? The One Piece show is great. It's really good, and we had a lot of fun with it. And my biggest gripe was that they change. There are changes that happen no matter what, right? There are going to be changes when they turn something into a show, into like a live action show. That's fine. But there were specific details that they decided to like pull forward or like change that I didn't think was necessary, and I didn't like that those reveals happened at a different place than they do in the like normal story, basically. So that's why I'm saying, did they One Piece it? Are they changing how the narrative is told? Because it works best for the show? I don't know, because I've only read the first book. Yeah. Animated live action is always going to be rough. I think One Piece did a really good job with it. I think the Yu Yu Hakusho live action was sick. I loved it. Did I open up my notes app to make a bunch of notes about the things that pissed me off. I sure did, because Yu Yu Hakusho was my favorite anime growing up, so I had opinions. Was I still able to say, man, they really crushed that? 100%. Yeah. So please don't take me saying, man, I really wish that they hadn't have like talked about this thing at this point in the One Piece live action show as me saying, and that fucked up the whole thing for me and it's garbage. It's not. They did a really good job, I think. And it was really fun to watch. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I scrolled back up and read a thing about The Expanse. It's not, I don't need to read it out loud. I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop live action, so I don't know. I have zero opinions. I'm not watching anything right now. No. No. I've had a couple of people say I should watch the show that's a bunch of vampires babysitting children. It's never been made clear if that's actually good or if it's just goofy. We haven't recorded the Death Note anime cult yet, no. Delico's Nursery, that's the one. It is an anime. I wish it was live action, though, now that you say that. There's no way we could get people that pretty, but, you know. Fuck, just put it away. Anywho, it's time for me to wrap up. Hey, we've got Sunforge tonight if you want to watch some D&D shenanigans. Otherwise, I'll be here tomorrow doing the dang thing. So excited for that. Yeah. Sunforged is always fun. That's why I was like, Sunforged barely counts as work to me. Oh my gosh, my Warframe! It is building! I'm so excited! I'm glad that we started that because I would have been so bummed if I opened up Warframe and was like, I have to wait 3 days. At least now I was able to just click, yeah, start building it and then close the game. Very good. Anywho. Hey, thanks guys. I appreciate you all very much. Let's see. Raid Leader is open if anybody wants to grab it. But make some time. Thank you for the 98 months. Exaven for the 94. Carla for the 43. Ectrix for the 82. Eggs and Mint for the 43. Goan, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. I appreciate it. Caddies, thank you for the 68. Stooge for the 3. The A11 for the 101. Lunacy and Pirates for the 44. Zajima for the 2. Citro for the 105. KH Fan for the 16. Ryan Alfie Page for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for the support and the love. I appreciate it. Irene Weenie, again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. Shaper Mario, thank you for the 17. Villas Farthuk for the 66. And Chris V for the 3 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Let me double check what this person is doing. Birthday stream, just chatting. I was alarmed by how bright the room is that this person's in. 2 raid leaders again. Oh my goodness. Okay. Astro was first. I'll give your points back. Kuchiki. Yeah, I need to remake that redemption, I think, because it just keeps borking. Okay. We're gonna raid Melina. Go say hi, spread love and joy. I will see you guys around. Take care of yourselves and bye-bye.